Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Patriots now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They're led out by Aaron Rodgers, who won Super Bowl 45 right here in this very stadium.
And in fine fashion, too. The MVP, what did he throw for? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a big day, and they needed every bit of that in beating Pittsburgh for another championship for the Green Bay Packers. But when you watch him play, how much fun is it to see him go out there, dissect defenses with not just his arm but his mind? And I think his ability to move is a huge part of his game.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. On the return, Johnson. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Vick's throw there incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Six nothing our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jeff Smith from 10 yards out. And the Patriots have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Let's go now.
Here's Vic. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mike Ditka from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. ETN bringing in another one. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Rodgers going to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Rodgers now on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dan Arnold as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down throw coming for Vick. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Vick with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage.
Touchdown! Mike Ditka, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jeff Smith there, but it'll be second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Vick now after the fumble recovery. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get
touchdown, Cowboys! Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushed...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Three quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This is Morris. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Vick. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Just keeping the play alive. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first.